Is there a way? I'm just doing a test video here, guys. Trying to figure out. So I guess this app has changed a lot just in the time that I've been off of here. So well, I hope you're all having a blessed day. I'm going to go live in a little bit here for the first time in a very long time. They finally gave me my channel back, but they haven't monetized me yet fully. I can't receive the money. You can put it into the account on here, but I can't receive it. So I'm doing a test live right now, trying some new software, guys. So this isn't really about anything at the moment. I can't see any chats on this format for some reason, so I will be able to see all my chats tonight. We're going live about Donald Trump, obviously. Trump got shot on my 42nd birthday the other night, and it's getting crazy out here. It's going to get crazier. We now have leftists calling for the death of Trump supporters, period, and we have actual people going live on the internet saying we need to try again until we actually get Trump. So understand that this isn't the beginning. It's not going to be the end. I will be going live in, what time is it? 3:52, around 5 o'clock for an hour, and then I'll go live again tonight like I used to normally at 10 o'clock at night. But we got big flag wavings going on. I got some shirts printed up for Trump getting shot, but my printer broke last night, so I wasn't able to get very many. So we're going to try to get another printer. Probably not going to be able to right now, so that's not going to be a viable option for me at the moment. Still trying to get the Trump truck back on the road. I'm just down to needing 2 tires at this point. So guys, I hope you're all blessed out here. Who else can say they've been shot for Donald Trump in the past 5 years? I can. We'll be going through all that. I got all the pictures. That's why I've been gone for months, in case anybody didn't know. I got hit and ran in my truck, and I got shot at by some liberals for protesting against pro-Hamas people. Anyway, I love you guys. If you're leaving a comment, I don't even know who's on here right now. There's one of you on here, so be safe. I'm going to assume that's Jake or Philip or somebody that's on here right now. I hope you all have a blessed day. I hope everybody stays safe. It's about to get real crazy, guys. I warned you. This is exactly in the time frame from my live last year that I said they were going to try to start doing this stuff too. So here it is. I hope you understand. We got 3 good months before shit really gets fucking violent. 3 months. It's just going to get worse and worse from here on out, and you all know it. They're already saying, darn, it sucks that we missed. We got to try again. We already have prominent social media and prominent media personalities saying, hey, we got to kill Donald Trump. We got to kill Trump supporters. I told you this is what was coming. They know they can't win, and we all know that we're going to win this election, hands down. So it's going to be nothing but violence from their side from here on out. I hope you guys are prepared for that, and I hope you're ready. Here in Port Charlotte, Florida, we've had 2 or 3 bomb threats and a bunch of very violent death threats just at the Republican Executive Committee here. And here's the shit of it. Kristen, lady, the one that's supposed to be running the Republican headquarters, the one that's not campaigning for Donald Trump at all here in Port Charlotte, Florida, or anywhere near here in Southwest Florida, how come you're not telling the old ladies, the girls that are volunteering at your office, that there are bomb threats and death threats coming into the office? How come you're allowing them to come in with no security? They pulled all the security for the Republican Executive Committee in Southwest Florida this year, by the way, and they pulled all the cameras out of the offices. So If you've got cops coming up there taking reports for death threats and bomb threats at the Republican Executive Committee, you have to tell the people volunteering. That's a liable. You have to tell them. That's crazy. So we're up there as much as possible trying to help keep them safe right now. Clearly you saw what happened with Donald Trump here. Clearly the whole world has seen that. The most popular man on the planet. So we're going to get into that tonight. We're going to get into the fact that, yes, in 2021, the shooter registered as a Republican at the same time that the Democrats were saying, hey, same time the scam started, 21, 22, remember, for the 22 election, the scam started where they were registering as Republicans to fuck up the primaries for Republicans, and then registering back as a Democrat before the 2024 election. What you have to understand is, sure, he might have registered as a Republican, but he never voted as a Republican. And he also voted as a Democrat in the 2022 election. That's a fact. We have that proven. He also donated money to the Democratic National Association. So take from that what you will. He was clearly a leftist. A simple social media search will show you he was a leftist, a hippie, a fucking pedophile inbred motherfucker that was very violent in the first place. So, I mean, you guys could say, oh, he registered as a Republican. That means nothing. That means nothing when you have an entire movement in 2022 around, hey, register as a Republican and go vote against Donald Trump as a Republican so he can mess up their primaries. But nobody's talking about that fact of the matter. You know what I mean? Nobody is absolutely not talking about that fact of the matter at all. So, yeah, we'll be doing a deep dive into this. I've spent the past 3 days just researching and looking into this guy, which it doesn't seem like anybody else is doing. It was pretty simple. I'm half fucking retarded. You all know that. I have a brain injury, and I was able to find information on this guy. So if you prominent personalities aren't able to, you're not looking. You're just going off of what you're seeing on the media, and that's not cool. We got to get this information out here. We also have to get the information out here that this was the most botched, which you're all talking about this, the most botched Secret Service on the planet. This was the most horrible security operation that anyone's ever seen in their life. That's crazy, bro. 130 yards. Do you realize that most people that know how to shoot go to the range and sight their weapon in at 110 to 150 yards because it's a good way to sight, a good distance to sight it in. If you can shoot 110, you can shoot under it. You can shoot a little over too without sighting too much. So that's not even a distance. The fact that the officer went up on the roof, confronted the guy pointed his fucking rifle at him, and he fled the scene without saying, hey, there's a shooter that's about to kill Donald Trump. That's fishy as hell. That guy should be arrested and fired already, right? Dereliction of duty, plain and simple. An officer was on the roof with the killer, with the shooter, and you can call him the killer because if you don't know, people died. Trump supporters died. Full condolences to the people that died, and blessings and prayers to the one that's in the hospital, the Trump supporter. Thank you to the families. In case you don't know, the shirts that we're making and we've made, 50% of the proceeds from those shirts are going to the Trump Foundation. The ones that say fight, 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 and have Trump holding his hand up with the blood coming down his face and the American flag in the background. And the other 50% of the proceeds are going to buy Trump yard signs for Southwest Florida because the Republican Executive Committee has not endorsed Donald Trump and are not campaigning for him in Southwest Florida. And we do have Democrats on a daily basis in Southwest Florida teaching criminal aliens how to fill out ballots and vote in the 2024 election. And yes, they can legally vote here in Florida regardless of what you've heard because Ron DeSantis left a loophole open and let criminal aliens get driver's license in the state of Florida. So they will be voting here. So we do need people out here right now campaigning for Donald Trump in the state of Florida. You're like, well, Florida's locked down. It's not locked down when in my voting district alone, we've gained 20,000 new Democrats. In my voting area alone, we've gained so many criminal aliens that it makes your head spin when you're walking down the road because you're looking at where the fuck did these people come from all of a sudden, you know? And it's not good when the Republican headquarters are not endorsing your president and the recent nominee that just almost got assassinated for the American people. You savage son of a bitch, we love you. Holy shit, guys, do you not see what's going on here? They are now actively on the internet and TV calling for death of our side. I know they've been doing that, but now they're actively doing that. Do you understand? Do you get that? Everything I talk to you guys about is happening in the time frames we've talked about it over the past few years. I can only do so much more. They've taken everything from me. They've shot me. They've shot Donald Trump. They've vandalized my truck to the point where it's costing me thousands of dollars to get it back on the road, which, like I said, all I need are 2 front tires and my truck's good to go. That's it. That's all I need left. But it's getting to the point where this is ridiculous. These people are killing us. And you're like, oh, well, let's just wait for the 2024 election. No, you need to get the fuck out here and campaign. Because if you think ballot harvesting is how these Democrats are going to win this election this year, what the fuck? Do you know how many thousands of Trump supporters are sitting in jail for no reason right now, and you just haven't heard about it? Do you understand? You've heard about the January 6th people, but have you heard about the other thousands of people that the FBI has been going after on a weekly basis for things they post on the internet or speaking at school board meetings? And they're arresting these people and you're not hearing about it. So they're thinning the herd. Plus they've brought in enough criminal aliens to vote in this next election. You're like, oh, well, look at all the Americans that are going to vote for Trump. But look at all the Americans that are not going to vote for Trump is what you got to understand. These people are brain dead that are voting for Joe Biden. Clearly they're brain dead just like he is, you know? So that's the things you have to understand is we all, hey, I see a comment. I don't normally see comments in this. What's up, Jake? I figured that was you on here. We don't normally, we've never had an election like this in America, ever, the way this one's going. We've never had this election. So this is something new for everybody. And the problem we're having is the Republican executive committees that have majority old people on them, which it's your type of Republicans that are the reason that we're having these problems in America right now. It's no longer because of the Democrats. It's because of the Republicans are a bunch of pussies and they do nothing. They don't stand up. They don't come together. At least the left will unite with each other by the hundreds of thousands, and they have some kind of conviction behind their beliefs. But Republicans have no conviction. They're like, we hate the government. Fuck these fascists. Fuck the tyrants. But we're going to stand behind them and we're going to fucking count on them to take care of what's going on wrong for us. We're going to count on the politicians. We're just going to keep voting more politicians in and count on them to save us. That's a problem when Republicans do nothing and Democrats are willing to fucking kill you and take your life and kill your families. Do you understand? That's a problem. That's how the Jews got in the boxcar. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, well, we'll see if we can do this peacefully. We'll see if we can do this. You know, we don't need to get out here. We don't need to stand up. We don't need to do anything. That's what it sounds like when I hear a Republican speak anymore. Because you guys can talk all the shit about the left you want. Lord knows I've talked more shit about the left and been more vulgar about the left than anybody. But those pussies will unite with each other. By the millions, by the hundreds of thousands, and by the millions. Do you not understand everywhere in the world that's on fire right now are the exact same actors that we have right here in America that are burning our fucking country down too? These pro-Palestine and Antifa members that are being paid to cause these wars all over America right now. Is it not just kind of convenient that every border in the world got opened at the same time America's did? And every country started catching on fire by criminals that are invading their countries all at the same time? And we told you they were we've been telling you for 5 years they're going to assassinate our president. They're going to try to assassinate our president. Thank you, Jesus. In the name of Jesus, thank you for saving our president the other night. There's no other way to look at it than that was the hand of God moving Trump's head by a millimeter. By a millimeter! Dude, did you see the picture? Did you actually zoom in on the picture? It took the whole top part of his ear off right here. So, by a millimeter, they missed killing our president. And then tried a second time and shot somebody, a bystander. Tried a third time and shot another bystander. Tried a fourth time and shot another bystander. While The police knew about it for 3 solid minutes, and another cop got on the roof with the guy and fled the scene when he had a gun pointed at him. At no point in time did one of those officers say, hey, we got a shooter on the roof, Secret Service, take him out. They allowed him to take 5 shots before they took him out. They allowed him to try to kill our president and kill 2 civilians before they took him out. We keep saying that. This isn't the first time something like this has happened. And we verifiably proved it every single time. And you're still going to sit back and say, oh, but we're going to get Trump in office. What the fuck does that matter at this point? They're actively trying to kill the man. The DOJ has already actively gone on live TV and said, it doesn't matter if he's the president or not in 2024, going into 25, we're still going to get him. Are you not paying attention? They're saying we're still going to get him, and then you got people like Tim Pool and all these guys out here, but we gotta, you know, we still just gotta sit in our houses and not do a fucking thing. Dude, Delta Force and 7th Special Forces Unit were there. What are you talking about? There wasn't enough training on the field. Our most elite soldiers on the fucking planet were at this rally, bro. Did you see after the shots started going off? Nobody looked up. Everybody was just looking around like they were fucking stupid. All the people with guns that were supposed to know what they were doing were just looking around like they were stupid and absolutely nothing was going on. Yeah, I know I said this was a test video, but you know how I get when I start ranting. Tonight when I go live, I'm going to have news clips and all kinds of stuff on my laptop that we're speaking of, so you can read. So I can show you the actual articles and the actual information that this guy donated to the Democratic National Association in 21 and in 22. Thomas Matthew Crooks. Look at the guy. He's clearly mentally fucking deranged, you know. I mean, you can just look at the guy and see he likes to sniff kids just like Joe Biden. What time am I doing what? My other live? Probably in the next few hours. What time is it right now? I'm going to do it before 8 because I think Crowder is doing a special live tonight. And I know Alex Jones is doing an emergency live. And I would like to try to... they've got a... If you go on X, when Alex Jones is doing his emergency lives, they've got a button you can press to try to speak with them and talk with them while they're live and get involved. So I usually try to do that when he's doing that. So I'm gonna say I might go live after Tim Pool's show, but lately I haven't been watching the whole show because it's just dumb shit and dumb guests that I don't want to even pay attention to. So sometime I'll post a notification an hour before I go live. How about that? Go to bed. You just get off work. Anyway, that's a basis of what's going on. We're going to go over much more than that, including the fact that they've, at this point now, come in contact with over 800 ISIS members at the border, bringing people into the border, and 800 just this past weekend, 800 Chinese Communist Party members, all of fighting age, as well as all of this going on. So, yeah, we got a lot of good information about what this whole Trump thing. I was going to do a live. This happened on my 42nd birthday, by the way. My president got shot on my 42nd birthday. So, that's a day I can never forget, right? I love you guys. I hope everybody out here is safe. I hope everybody out here is blessed. I will start doing a day live every day. It's just hard right now. And I will be live in a little bit. I just don't like this format. I finally found a way to get the comments on here. But other than that, I can't really interact with this. I can't pull things up or anything like that. I love you guys. Be blessed. Have a safe night. Trump 2024, you savage motherfucker. We love you. Mwah.